I'm Wyatt Cash at Scoop News Group, and we're here with Jeff Hart, Chief Technologist at M2 Technology. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, well, thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Well, let me start by asking, how has the federal government made progress in the recent year on its goal for digital transformation?
So I think one of the areas that has really come through is a better understanding of cloud smart as opposed to cloud first. And so, there's a wealth of places that we can place workloads from an optimized data center to public service clouds. And I think the government is actually doing a much better job at finding the right place to home those workloads.
And how would you say that agencies of, with missions at the edge have been able to improve success with emerging technologies like cloud?
So there are a couple of things that I think have helped at the edge. And again, dealing with the appropriate workloads is the increased power for compute and size, weight, and power optimized form factors. So we're actually working with one company that's embedding one of HPE's Edgeline EL8000. That's a four-server chassis system that fits overhead in an airplane bin to embed that in their weapon platform.
Sounds impressive. Next, let me ask, what role does zero trust play in securing agencies' modern technology architectures now?
So zero trust is it's a must. So it really needs to permeate and saturate the entire IT fabric, from microservices to identities, and it needs somewhere to begin trust. Right? Zero trust means I don't trust, I have to verify, but I do want somewhere where I can begin that verification. We think HP's Silicon Root of Trust is a good foundation of that, particularly the ability to confirm your firmware compliance on a daily basis, even while the servers are running.
And lastly, what emerging technologies are going to have probably the biggest impact on the government of tomorrow as we look ahead?
So I don't think I'm alone in thinking AI and machine learning are going to continue to be a huge transformational, both at the top end where we're collecting, mounds and gigabytes and petabytes of data, but even machine language at the operational size. So imagine a help desk that instead of having a service member do tier one, a chatbot Snuffy is now taking those calls. And if it's an AI-enabled operations, even some of the tier two calls. So I see it freeing up both knowledge workers and creating more value out of information available to us.
Well, terrific. Well, Jeff and Hart, thank you so much for sharing some of your insights with us on sort of the transformation in government using modern and emerging technologies.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.